Today I'm gonna share with you all the tools that you need to create games. Let's start talking about game engines. Game engines are like toolboxes filled with everything you need to create a video game. They provide all the building blocks and tools necessary for developers to bring their game ideas to life. These engines come with features like graphic rendering, physics simulation, sound management, and more, so developers don't have to start from scratch every time they want to create a game. Our first option is Unity. This is one of the most popular game engines out there, and for many years it's been the standard in the industry. But as most of us know, there's been big controversies around them lately, so I personally stopped using it. Some of the advantages of Unity are: it can be used for 2D and 3D games, it can export to consoles, computers, and mobile, and it's really easy to customize. Unity is free as long as you haven't made more than 100k in the last 12 months. The premium plan, once you reach that goal, is 1,877 euros a year per seat as of today. I will definitely recommend checking it out, but I don't know if I will trust them after the previous mistakes and considering their yearly losses. Our second option is Unreal Engine. This is mainly a 3D engine, and it was created and it's maintained by Epic Games, which we all know because of their super popular game Extreme Pinball. Oh, and also Fortnite. Unreal Engine is great because of its blueprint system, where you can create games without writing a single line of code. Another advantage is its high stability compared to Unity, since there's a huge company behind it, and it's not their only source of income. Unreal Engine is free for projects earning less than $1 million. The third in our list is my favorite game engine, Godot. Godot is an open source game engine that can create both 2D and 3D games. It's completely free and you can customize it as much as you want. While it's not as powerful as Unity or Unreal Engine, it's more than enough for almost every game idea you may have. You can code using their own programming language called JavaScript or using C#. I highly recommend checking it out, especially as a beginner, since the interface is really easy to understand and JavaScript is a really simple language to learn. The last option is Game Maker Studio. This is a great engine for 2D games and offers a user-friendly interface. I have never used it before, so I can't comment much about it, but I've heard that it's really simple to use and beginner-friendly. The engine is free for non-commercial projects, and the basic commercial version is a one-time purchase of $100. And the commercial version to export to consoles is $80 a month or $800 a year. Now let's talk about graphics. Every game needs graphics, but depending on your project you will need a 2D tool or a 3D tool or maybe a pixel art. So we'll cover all of them quite fast here. Let's start with simple 2D tools. The first option is the worldwide famous Photoshop. It's a really powerful tool created by Adobe that can be used for drawing and also photo editing. The price is quite high at 316 euros per year or almost 40 euros per month. Its free counterpart will be Paint. Okay, maybe Krita is better. Krita is a free open source software mainly focused on drawing and painting. Krita, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, offers a powerful brush engine that allows users to create custom brushes, including texture brushes, blending brushes, and even brushes like oils, watercolors, and charcoal. So it's perfect for concept art and imitating any art style that you want. I used it for quite a while, and I actually prefer it over Photoshop, mainly because I hate subscription-based products, but also because it's really powerful and easy to use. Now let's talk about 3D. I've never worked with 3D, but we've all heard about Blender before. This powerful and completely free tool makes creating anything extremely easy. There are paid programs to create 3D, such as Maya, but honestly, with their prices, I wouldn't recommend any of them. Now let's talk about pixel art, which is my preferred style. I would recommend using Aseprite. This program is $20 and can be bought on Steam. It includes everything you may need to create amazing pixel art, and if you want to learn how to create great art for your games using this style, don't forget to check my tutorial. The free options to create pixel art are Pisco and Pixelorama. Between these two, I would recommend Pixelorama, as it's quite similar to Aseprite and it includes many useful tools for your creative process. Finally, let's talk about vector graphics. I haven't worked with them that much, but the two main options that you may already know are Adobe Illustrator if you don't mind paying the quite elevated monthly fee, or Inkscape, which can be used for free. Illustrator is once again an Adobe program, so it's really powerful, but as far as I know, if you cannot afford the price, Inkscape is more than enough for most use cases. Now, let's talk about music and sound effects, since every game needs them to not feel empty and boring. Let's start with Audacity. This is not a super powerful program. In fact, I will not recommend it for any big project, but it's great to make small modifications to your audio. For example, I use it to create my videos. If you want to create retro-style sound effects, you can use the free program VFXR, which is a great and simple tool. But you may have noticed that these are both for sound effects and not music. So let's talk about that now. The best free option is Linux Multimedia Studio. Although I must admit that I've never used it, so it might be a bit hypocritical to sell it as the absolute best option. From what I've heard, it's definitely more than enough and it's completely free, so I think you couldn't go wrong choosing it. If you use Mac or iOS, you've probably seen GarageBand around your desktop. It comes pre-installed on every Mac and iOS device, so you can start making music right away, with no additional cost required. And last but not least, we have FL Studio, a paid program that can be used both in Mac and Windows devices. It has a free trial, although paying is mandatory in order to export your projects and use them anywhere. The minimum price is €99 for the Fruity edition, but this version is not good enough since it doesn't include audio recording and it has limited playlist features and limited audio clips, so we will be talking about a minimum of €250 for a good version. Now, let's talk about version control system. Version control systems are like superpowered time machines for your files. They keep track of every change made to a project's files, so if something goes wrong, you can rewind back to a working version. They also allow multiple people to work on the same project at the same time without stepping on each other's toes. The best option is Git. Git is like the superhero of version control systems. It's super fast, super flexible, and super reliable. With Git, you can work on your project even when you're offline, and merge your changes with others when you're back online. Plus, it's free and open source, so anyone can use it. Paired with Git, I recommend GitHub, which takes Git to the next level by providing a beautiful and user-friendly platform for hosting your Git repositories online. It not only makes it easy to collaborate with others, but also adds extra features like issue tracking, project management tools, and code review capabilities. GitHub's social aspect also makes it a fantastic place to showcase your work, connect with other developers, and contribute to open source projects. Plus, its free version is more than enough for almost everyone, so there's really no disadvantages to it in my opinion. Last but not least, you may want a tool to manage your tasks and your time. I recommend using Trello or Notion. Personally, even though Notion is really popular nowadays, it's way too complex for me and I never enjoy using it. Trello, on the other hand, is a really simple tool where you can create cards and add them to different categories, such as in progress, to do, done, or you can also create a category for those tasks that you don't know how to complete.